Welcome back to TearRing Saga. Last time we made it through 4 forced skirmishes. But now that that's out of the way, it's time to head into Leader Valley for real. And welcome to the map that is the reason why I gave Holmes Frontiersman. Because this is a seas map that's also frontier terrain. And this is a bit of an awkward map, actually. So you can really just run straight to, like, that's the siege point right there, those ruins, the ruins of Old Leader Palace. You don't really need to fight most of the enemies, but there's a chest down there. That chest contains another save staff. I told you we wouldn't be getting another one until chapter 20. And it's guarded by a Thoron Archmogul. Thankfully, one that does not have an Azoth to revive itself, but there's even more Moguls down there. And it's in the middle of a giant swamp, so basically, you can either take this map quickly or stall it out to get the save staff. We also have a whole ton of gargoyles here, which is a pain, because gargoyles suck and it's very hard to kill them off on the enemy phase. So, yeah, let's see who we bring here. I don't particularly want to bring Christ anymore, I guess. Okay, second last slot is going to deploy close to the chest, so Uni's going to take that one. Last slot goes at the very back of the group, because there's just no logic to the deployment order in this game. As for the rest of us, I think this is probably fine. Let's go. I've got some flyers to try and go down and fight the Mogul. Oh, I probably should bring the Thunder Shield as well. Holmes can always just bring that out of the convoy. I have Mel here to potentially magic buff Alicia, but I'm not really sure if that'll be... Or a Pegasus Knight, actually. Magic buffing Sasha might be a better bet. So, yet more history lessons, I guess. That's where the Duckrawn should be. So the war just devastated this entire area, like it's all just become this swamp. Yeah, Runan's heard Holmes is great. Runan's heard about the Leiden War, but Holmes's party hasn't really had much explanation on it. So, they basically wiped out both sides, did more damage to themselves than to the enemy with that. I guess I'll just mention, I actually love this translation, Witch Dragon. This is actually one of my favorite parts of this fan localization, because in Japanese that was simply Demon Dragon. But it's the same kanji that's used for Mage Dragons in Marth's games, which they translated that way because they were resistant to magic and they did magic damage. I've talked about the whole Mage Dragon, Demon Dragon distinction in the past, but here they managed to actually translated as a term that fits both meanings. Witch Dragon is both associated with magic and also with like sort of demonic forces and sort of something that's been demonized. And I just think that's so perfect, just the name they went with here. I love that so much, it's just great. But anyway, yeah, these caves, gargoyles, at about turn 5, gargoyles are going to start spawning from the caves, which is a pain. A massive, massive, massive pain. And you can't even... I think Sasha might be able to double them with 11 swords, but I'm not sure I really want to do that. the same time, though, like, how much of a threat are they to her? She does have... I mean, her defense is actually kind of not the greatest. I don't think you can one-round them even with, Actually, No, you wouldn't be able to because they have a defense stat. I was just thinking that I could empower and then you'd be able to one-round, but that's not the case, unfortunately. So yeah, your best hope is to just send someone... In fact, Vega could do decently well, but it'll consume a lot of Shram uses, so that might also be not a good idea. I don't know if the Moguls can actually make it out that far, but I'm going to send you down here just in case, while you gradually make your way to the chest down there. My basic aim here is to try and kill as many gargoyles as possible and prevent them from getting to Uni, because that would be really bad if they did reach her. San's defense isn't the best, but she could probably fight the gargoyles too. We're not going to one-round them, so, yeah. Alicia can be useful against the gargoyles as well, because she can one-round them with Dire Thunder. In fact, I believe my test playthrough, Alicia actually learned Flurry here, and Flurry is, well, it's kind of fun against these guys. I wonder if I should empower somebody. And maybe that somebody will be Shigen. If I put Shigen, like, here... Okay, the gargoyle can still reach around there. Just thinking of whether I should try and use Empower or not. Let's just dance and move a little bit further in. In a way, it's kind of like we're taking on Act 4 of Gaiden, like in essentially Act 2. Because Gaiden had a lot of swamp and monster maps in its Act 4, and that was also the part where... Yeah, I don't know if I should start talking about what I feel about that or not, because I doubt, like, I did watch a little bit of Echoes, someone playing Echoes recently, and it is... Like, it's, I still don't know about, like, whether I would consider doing Echoes someday, because it's not really my, guess I could send you down there, maybe? It's still not really my thing overall. It's very, very Gaiden, and, like, it's, like, they didn't really change much of the bad about Gaiden in the remake. And it does have amazing voice acting and an art style, and I love the animations, and I love the personality on the characters. The problem is just that the gameplay is just kind of... It feels a little bit sluggish, and another thing that I don't know if I've talked about this before, another thing that I don't really like that much about Echoes' gameplay is that experience gain is very, very slow. And part of why I play Fire Emblem is just, I get so much joy out of seeing my characters level up and get stronger, and that's part of why I don't like the hard modes that lower experience gain. Because it just kind of frustrates me. It's just not as fun when you're not leveling up nearly as much. It kind of makes me wonder if I ever did do Thracia on the channel, if I should play it with Paragon mode. Or, you know, Elite mode, as it's called in the Japanese version. And there's a 22... Those are some beefy moguls. That's really, really annoying. Although Sasha doubles them because she's Sasha. No, that doesn't even one round unless I get a crit. That's a pain. I don't think she's at much risk of dying, even if all of them attack her. Those could be famous last words, though. They'll probably go for Martel instead. Oh, you do go for Uni, don't you? And you don't double her, at least. Oh, and that was actually kind of a good item for you to pick up, because that's that evasion boost. In fact, with the evasion boost, I don't think they can even... I mean, I could be wrong about this, but... 43 avoid. They don't have much chance of hitting her, and they still don't double either. But I do need to send somebody down there to back her up, so I guess maybe Shigen. I was thinking maybe Katri as well, but why not? Let's go ahead and I'm going to give up my physics staff for this, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Dragon Katri. And then dance for Shigen, send him down there to see if he can just kill that Mogul Lord quickly. There are 5 gargoyles there. I kind of need to take out 1 gargoyle with each character, otherwise I could be in trouble. 13 I can probably afford to empower. So hopefully this lets him one-shot at least 1 gargoyle. Okay, she did gain mastery. That's unlike her. Now let's see how many gargoyles I can potentially take out this turn. I don't like moving Samson backwards, but let's see. This is another one of those like sliding puzzle situations. Let's use the more accurate axe and hopefully chop you down. Okay, that's 1 down. And now I kind of want to get this healthy one here with Holmes. 32, and I still have animations off. I wanted to turn them back on for the actual chapter, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And also, because we haven't seen this before, and this is going to be really fun. So, watch this. This does mean Holmes gets doubled by the gargoyles now. Only needed 2 shots, but he would have had 4. And it has enough uses to cover you for most of the game. Unfortunately, I don't think Holmes is going to be playing around with this for much longer, because after this split, I actually like to put it on, Oh, I can't flurry you, really? Oh, I can in close range. The question is that going to finish you? It probably will. But yeah, after this split, I'm probably going to put it to Runen's party because I really like putting that on Raphael. He does really well with that. And I haven't actually mentioned like the origin of the name before, but it actually comes from Zhuge Liang, I think it is. He was somebody from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms period. And it literally just means, like, Zhuge's bow. It's just like an alternate romanization of that. See, I've heard a lot about the Romance of the Three Kingdoms period, and it seems to be very, very popular in Japan because they've made all of the Dynasty Warriors games about it. But it's another period of history that I don't really know a whole lot about, and I think in a lot of ways the conflict in Three Houses is kind of based off of it as well, only a little bit different because, like, it has an aspect to it that I feel would get me to sympathize with a Defense Forge. You have 8 magic. Okay then. But that would get me to, I guess, sort of... Okay. Just in case anything bad happens. No, I might as well heal Holmes. But I'm going to attack that gargoyle from a place where Alicia can get danced in case she misses one of her attacks. It's not likely that she will, but just in case I'm going to do this. But yeah, get me to sort of sympathize with a morally grey war a bit more, because from what very small amount of knowledge of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms that I've seen, it seems like it happened because all 3 kingdoms claimed to have the rightful heir to the throne of all China at the same time. So it was kind of a situation like that where a whole bunch. Oh wait, no, I was gonna send Dance for Vega, wasn't I? Yeah, but like where you had all 3 of them kind of attacking each other at once because they all claimed to. And that's something that I actually do kind of wish that I saw more in more of these strategy RPG war stories, because I'm still very, very concerned about it's more that I'm just burned out on you know, attempts at grey morality that still have one side as the obvious aggressor, which just, for someone like me, I just really can't stand that, and I just absolutely cannot sympathize with something like that at all. Like, with Nobunaga in the Sengoku period, at the very least, all of Japan was a complete war-torn hellhole at the time that he decided to conquer everyone, so at least he felt slightly more justified in trying to do that, because he was trying to end a war that was already going on. But when one faction is directly responsible for starting the war, it's almost impossible for me to sympathize with them. Please don't... Okay, good, didn't spawn more moguls. But, so that's what I'm kind of worried about, because from what little I played... Because I actually stopped playing the demo of Triangle Strategy. Because, like, not because of that, but more just because of I sucked so badly at the first battle, and I was trying to do a blind recording of it, and it didn't work out well at all. It just wasn't fun, and I have never actually played a Final Fantasy Tactics game before. So, yeah, I was not good at that style of gameplay. So I did it before the first big moral choice moment actually happened, so a lot of people were asking, hey, did you do that thing? I'm not going to say what it is, because that's a bit of a spoiler for the demo, but, like, they're like, what choice did you make there? I'm like, well, I didn't get to that point. I stopped before then, but, finally strength. There we go. But what does worry me about that game is that, they had a perfect situation for, like, a multi-faction war that was pretty much purely political, and it's all just over resources, and nothing about grand ideologies for how people think the world should be run, because, like, that's another thing. Like, to me, some people think that makes a faction more sympathetic. To me, that just makes a faction less sympathetic. The fact that they just be arrogant enough to believe their own ideology to be that superior that they want to kill everyone who doesn't believe in it. But, yeah, I won't really get much into that now, but, do I seriously have to waste Shram on a Mogul of all things? Sadly, I probably do. It's kind of why I want to kill the boss one as quickly as possible. Oh, and Sasha's completely trapped, so you get her unstuck, please. These two would have had a support if I had remembered it back in Chapter 4, but oh well. And I do need to concentrate a little bit here, because if I'm not careful, you could learn Terror. No, if I'm not careful, she could potentially get deaded. How you have 10 magic. How much damage do Sasha take if I put her here? 26 attack against my 6 resist. Oh, I take 20 per attack. That's not good. I do double you for 15 each time with that, though. That could be something to do for a little bit later, maybe. No, they all have 16 attack speed. I can't double them with that. You would need 21 attack speed to double somebody, and that's an attack speed threshold that I don't know if it's even possible. There's also Terror. Okay, good crit, which is not going to be enough because I can't finish you off. Oh, I suppose I can dance you. I'm going to need to make sure that I get, Lyria the heck away from those caves soon, because on about turn 5, then, yeah, a bunch of gargoyles spawn, and they keep spawning until about, I think, turn 15? I don't get why there's an option to sing if nobody's in range, but, seems like there is. I'm probably going to have to send some people back just to cover these caves later. Because if you have ranged attackers who can take out 1 gargoyle per turn, you're pretty much safe, but at the same time, that's not super likely. Because of how annoying gargoyles are to take out in a single turn. But yeah, what I was saying about Triangle Strategy is they had the potential to, like, the first exposition about the setting, it's like, okay, they're all warring over resources and different kingdoms have more or less access to certain resources. Like, it kind of feels a bit more like a historical war, not the kind of, you know, again, morally grey story war. And I was sort of liking the sound of it, and then they went and made the Red Nation the direct aggressor in the war anyway, and that just made me go, oh, come on, because I just knew that, like, eventually, like, I'm being, like, I feel really bad for this, like, to anyone who's looking forward to Triangle Strategy, because, I mean, it's probably going to be really good. Octopath Traveler, well, I mean, it was good. I didn't particularly like Octopath Traveler from what little I played of it, but I'm just, like, the HD 2D style just doesn't appeal to me. Oh, can I actually take you out in one fell sweep? I would be able to. That'd leave both of you pretty severely weakened, though, and I can't heal them both this turn. I'm gonna try, though. Let's see how this goes. If you get a Dep, that would be amazing. But, yeah, I just, like, as just someone who's been really burnt out of these kind of morally grey stories lately, I just kept thinking, oh, they're gonna reveal that the leader of that nation is secretly just some big idealist who wants to reform the world, and it's totally okay that he's killing all of these innocent people and destroying entire nations and stuff, aren't they? Like, especially since, like, the protagonist's fiancé is, related to, like, that. It's his sister, I think? Oh, I don't actually kill you in one round. So in that case, I'd probably rather take out that Mogul. Although, oh no, the Levin Sword does actually have better accuracy, which is sad. Really sad. Since better accuracy in this case is like 60, but it's still hit. Now, how many of these Moguls will my breath affect? I can get 2 of them. I may miss a few of them, but we'll see. I'm just glad that, like, I was really worried that Uni would be in range. That would have been really tragic. Yep, one of them missed, but oh well. And speaking of things that are annoying, you know what the other really annoying thing about this is? That... Oh, I need to move her all the way back there. What turn is it? Turn 4. Yeah, this is going to be a pain. So this is going to take a really long time, slowly inching Uni towards that chest. The hilarious thing is that my notes say, give a flyer a chest key, but I don't think chest keys exist in this game. Oh, crap. Okay, good, you can't reach. I really hope at the very least that you won't be able to reach Plum. 4 move. 1, 2, 3. No, you can't reach Plum. Okay, yeah, that was... Because Plum does get one-rounded by them, I know that for a fact. So, that would be pretty bad if I accidentally just left Plum in range, and if a single Mogul costs me the entire chapter. I was about to say I probably need to Physic Martel, but I can't, because my Physic user is currently a dragon. I mean, oh, actually, no, Martel has Vantage, so she actually is not at risk of dying, provided that she hits this guy before he can attack her. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to position you up here, because she can definitely take out 1 gargoyle per turn. Samson may be able to, and Psalm with Flurry can take out 1 gargoyle per turn. Shigen, I mean, he does have the strength boost, but I don't think Shigen can. And then I guess, okay, gotta be careful of those Rako zombies, though. But I'm not opposed to Holmes getting attacked by one of them. Because even with the in fact, he doubles them with the Chukonu. I can potentially see 8 attacks. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna try that, actually. I want to see just if I can bait them into attacking him and then get, like, those that 8 attack counter. Maybe Xeno can stay around here too. And I'll have San around here so she could potentially hit 2 gargoyles. And then it'll be a matter of just stalling things out until we can get Uni to the chest, which is really, it's kind of unfortunate. Like, I guess maybe Kaga put all of his good map design into the Runen maps, because the Runen maps, I think, are pretty decently designed in terms of secondary objectives. The Homes maps, it's usually just, the secondary objectives just make the map more tedious. Oh, wait, you're using an AoE breath, which I can't counter anyway, so why did I even think to try that? Oh, wait, of course, Vantage doesn't work, because I don't have a higher attack speed than you. But it's fine, she still survived anyway. Don't die, please. Okay, he doesn't have a crit rate, and he's not going to double, so it should be alright. Actually, I think it's probably a she, because I think these ones were, like, female. They're, like, mother moguls. Ow! At the very least, there shouldn't be any threats in this area once this thing is down. But it's just like, oh, there's so much tedium that you have to endure just to get the save staff here. I mean, I suppose having a whole lot of extra saves per chapter is potentially worth it, but still. Are you going to revert in the middle of a swamp? I remember, I think back during during chapter 16, somebody in the comments was like saying, "Oh no, like why were you leaving Katri in a swamp?" But swamp damage can't kill you. It'll reduce you to 1 HP, but then it will stop. So it's like map damage in Advance Wars. It can't actually kill you. And I think in some Fire Emblem games, poison damage can't kill. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this before, but Terra. When it activates, it does a critical hit that ignores terrain bonuses. But here we see the Dire Thunder Alicia in her natural habitat, one-rounding things that can't be one-rounded by anyone else. That's really the main thing that Dire Thunder is good for. And it does make her fairly useful, even though she only has 4 movement or 5 on promotion. It's just kind of annoying when, I mean, Mage is already... I mean, I get that maybe Kaga thought that 1 to 2 range in general is broken, which he would be right if he thought that, but at the same time... It's just like... Mages don't... Like, 4 move is just kind of bad. I feel like mages are squishy enough that, like, that's enough of a disadvantage. Mages, I don't feel like, even though mages do have guaranteed 1 to 2 range, there's rarely been a game where I felt mages were broken. Oh, and San can't even flurry them because of attack speed with pylons. Yeah, that does 15, doesn't it? So she does enough with this. I don't need to empower her. Very weird tangent just came into my head that I just noticed that she's wearing, like, sort of short shorts or a short skirt while riding a horse, which is at least better than, you know, that thing with, Fate's, Fate's Cavaliers, and how they're dressed, and how it makes 0 sense whatsoever for, riding a horse. Like, wearing absolutely no pants while riding a horse. It's just... Yeah, the Fates character designs were weird. Mastery up. I don't even know... forget how much mastery the Dragon Arrow has, if I even get that. Okay, I definitely need to get, Lyria out of the way of that guy. I mean, potentially, I could refresh Psalm this way. And no. You sort of know when a refresh happens. Oh, can Nell even get away? Is the question. If she goes there... and these two surround her, then she will be safe, I'm pretty sure. But I am a little bit worried because the only person who can one-round these gargoyles is Holmes, and he's a little bit... I mean, I suppose I can't seize with him until I, And I also just realized that my whole, oh, I'm gonna give Holmes Frontiersman to make this map quicker, spiel is completely pointless because... because I have to stall this map out anyway. I don't know why that was... Ugh. Oh yeah, that's not enough. That is 100 hit, but... That's 100 hit, and that does do it. Pretty sure that's a guaranteed finisher. It's not like it's gonna suddenly grow Miracle and not die and then kill me, or suddenly gain Vantage. Just a little paranoid here, because this is a bit of an annoying map. And hey, nice level up there. Maybe I'll need to use the Occult Book, that's it, on her. 14 speed, though, doesn't really feel that high for a Pegasus Knight. She does have a lot of luck. I mean, I could maybe try and lure that guy in with Sasha. Just because I would feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Or Sasha could try and fight the Gargoyles, because she maybe can double them, possibly. They have 11 attack speed. She probably wouldn't be able to one-round them without Empower, though, which is a problem. Yeah, Gargoyles are really annoying. I do kind of apologize to anyone who's like... I'm not saying that, like, Project Triangle strategy is bad. I'm just kind of hoping that with the story, they don't go for the same, like, that kind of thing over and over again. Like, it's always... I guess the plot that's to use memes called Secretly a Misunderstood Good Guy is really, really hard to do right without making them look like a massive Karma Houdini, to quote TV tropes. I found out recently that a game I actually was considering doing a blind run of a while back has a plot like that as well. Oh, and surprise, surprise, in this plot, the true big bad is the world's god. Like that was a surprise to anyone who plays JRPGs, but at least from what I can tell in that version, the Secretly a Misunderstood Good Guy character does feel, like, legitimately feel really bad about what they did, and they actually are making an effort to atone. So at least that's, like, one thing. Like, a lot of the time they don't even try and, like, redeem those kinds of characters, and... Or they'll go the redemption equals death route, which is, the easiest way to redeem a sympathetic antagonist, as I've said. But still, it's just, again, a very, very difficult trope to pull off successfully. Okay, Dullahan is not effective against monsters. 30 HP, really? Like, I actually have to use this, even though it gets me doubled in return. I may as well do this just to make this safer in case Samson misses. Empowered, and she still doesn't have as much strength as Naren. And she still does not, one-shot them. So Samson actually does have to hit with this. Which, actually worries me a lot. Okay, that's not gonna last forever though, so I need to get Lyria out of there. I really, really need to get Lyria out of there. Because in my test playthrough, I had Tom on this route, and Tom does really well in this chapter, because he's pretty much guaranteed to kill one gargoyle per turn. Okay, that made up for some of her earlier level ups. If I can get Plum to Alicia, Alicia will definitely be able to take out 2 gargoyles per turn. And yeah, I think with this setup, I am totally safe. Alicia is guaranteed to kill both gargoyles that come out of there every turn. And now it's time to slog down to that chest one tile at a time. This guy has 7 hits. Get used to that, Draco zombies really don't like hitting things. Which is good, because it's a lot of defense ignoring damage to potentially deal with. Oh wow, you do nothing unless you crit. I didn't realize that. Because she doesn't one round with 11 sword, unfortunately. So that's 2 killing edge uses wasted. I just had a thought. I wonder if one use of Ensorcel, like these 10 are definitely going to last me for the rest of the game, is going to be enough for... is going to mean that instead of 4 Dire Thunders per turn, I use 2 Sylphids per turn. That's probably a better deal in the long run. Strength is good, strength and defense are both good, but yeah, more strength on Sasha is good. I probably should have saved a strength potion for her, honestly, but we will get more of those later. And of course, once she goes back to Ruden's route, she has a bajillion 11 swords waiting for her in the convoy. You know, I just realized maybe the reason why Illyria's growth is so bad is that she can basically give herself experience whenever she wants, because she can sing even when no one's listening. So maybe they thought if they gave her a better magic and mastery growth, she might be overpowered as a healer? Oh, you can't actually. I was thinking, oh, can I put a flyer, can I have a flyer block those spawn points? But it doesn't seem like you can. Anyway, once I get rid of this guy, hopefully, Sasha actually does double. I unfortunately screwed up Holmes' positioning, so I can't actually have him end the map this turn. I really wanted him to, but again, I screwed up his positioning. But he'll be able to end this next turn. And at this point, I'm pretty sure that Alicia never wants to see another Gargoyle or watch Plum dance ever again. All that for a staff that is technically useless to me because I have save states, but I want to just show it anyway. Yeah. That chapter, really not that bad, but all those Gargoyle spawns, yeah. And I suppose one final thing, on that sort of whole secretly a misunderstood good guy thing, it's kind of something that I'm really enjoying about Tales of the Abyss so far, because without spoiling too much, Tales of the Abyss's big bad is trying to save the world. They have good intentions, but their method for doing it is going to result in the deaths of literal billions, and I don't think you're ever supposed to sympathize with them for that. I think you are always supposed to consider them a villain. And it's also interesting because Jade Curtis is kind of the true protagonist of that game, and he is not a moral person by any stretch of the imagination, but he's kind of the hero in the situation because he doesn't kill people except in self-defense from what you see. Like, he never does anything unnecessary. He's very much a brutal pragmatist, but it's just really interesting, the contrast there. The Tales series is actually, kind of a decent case study in what makes a hero and what makes a villain, because usually their villains are trying to do the same thing the heroes are, it's just that their methods are going to result in the deaths of enormous numbers of people. But anyway, that's enough on that tangent. We can now see... wait, no, we seize here. Yay, we've captured this old abandoned castle that nobody wants anymore. I guess we can just wait here and we can sit here and form our own kingdom. I guess, I mean, we can fight off all the monsters that come our way. And immediately, we are thrown into the next chapter. This is the fan translator's favourite part, like one of their favourite parts of the game, I think, that transition. And I'm going to join you here next time as we face the Witch Dragon itself.